Hey guys, today we're going to be showing you guys how we installed this partition from Ranger Design. This model is their aluminum and it features a straight sliding door, 20-inch wide with a polycarbonate window. Really premium option, so come along with us as we get this put together. First things first, go ahead and get all the parts unwrapped and set out. Now that we have all the parts laid out, we can begin assembly. You'll notice that most of the panels have wrapping on them. Make sure to remove this before moving forward with the assembly. The first step is to install the grab handle to the passenger side panel. Now we can move on to assembling the top panel portion of the partition. We opted to start on the passenger side panel at the farthest edge. Make sure that you place the top panel on the cab side of the side panel, not on the cargo side. Support the top panel as you bring the driver's side panel into place and line up the holes. Now that there are some bolts started, the assembly should hold itself in place as you get the rest of the hardware installed. We will now move on to placing the rubber strip in the door opening. This will need to be placed so that the flat side of the rubber is facing towards the cargo side of the van. You will need to pierce the rubber strip in the 3 slots that it covers so that you can install the hardware. With the holes made, you can now place and align the door support rail. In our case, we gradually worked our way from one side of the partition to the other when adding hardware. With the top panel assembled, we opted to lay the partition down on a table to assemble the bottom panel. As with the top panel, make sure the bottom panel is placed on the cab side of the side panels. Install the hardware and snug tighten it at this time. Now we can move on to setting the door into its place. When doing this, make sure that you pay attention to the slide assembly fitment between the door and the driver's side panel. They need to align as you set the door onto the top panel slider. With the top set into place, push the bottom slider over and align it with the holes at the bottom of the driver's panel. Install the bottom slider hardware and leave it finger tight for now. In preparation for placing the partition into the van, we went ahead and marked a line all the way across our Legend roof liner to ensure fitment. If your van has liners, you may need to do some trimming here as well. On our van, we also had these foam inserts that cover the curtain airbags. These will need to be either trimmed or removed for the install. Now we're ready to place the partition into the van and get started on marking the holes for plus nut installation. We had a bit of a tight fit here at the top panel because of the roof liners, but we got all the holes marked. If you have an extended pen or marking device for these top holes, I highly recommend using it here. On the driver's side panel, we needed to add a few plus nuts for installation into the van. However, on the passenger side, we were able to make use of a few factory threaded spots. The hole shown here may have a tie-down point installed. If it does, remove the hardware and use the hardware that comes with the partition kit. In our case, the hole was not threaded, so we opted to leave it as is. Proceed with center punching and drilling all the marked holes for plus nuts now. Make sure you keep away from all insulation and wiring during this process. Install the plus nuts now. With all the holes drilled and plus nuts installed, reposition the partition and align it with the plus nut holes. We pulled back the rubber door seal to make installation here on the passenger side a bit easier. Now we can go ahead and get the bolts started. Once this is done, reinstall the door seal. Now we can begin installation on the driver's side. Begin installation of the top panel. We found it necessary to use a few longer extensions here because of the access. Take your time and be patient when getting this hardware started. That completes this install. Make sure to go around and tighten all hardware at this time, paying close attention to the door alignment, making sure it opens and closes properly. Before we wrap up the video today, wanted to give you guys a look at some of the features on this partition from Ranger Design. If you're not familiar with Ranger Design, they're a manufacturer of really high quality van equipment, and this partition is a great example of that. This unit is aluminum, it comes standard with a grab handle, and it obviously has a door as well. A feature highlight for the door, something that's really nice about it is that it's one of the biggest ones that we've seen on partitions, so that's great if you've got a bigger driver that needs to be able to get in and out of this van. Obviously it closes in the locked position, and it also is able to be stowed open like this. So if you have long conduit or equipment, you're able to actually run it up into the cab area while this is closed, so you don't have to worry about taking a turn and the door trying to close on you. We hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our future uploads. As always, this is Michael with Elite Truck. We'll see you guys next time.